Hi everyone, I'm Jacob from AutoMoth and BioLens, and today I'm going to show you in less than 10 minutes how to use the BioLens app for the purpose of the AutoMoth automated insect light trap. So let's start by just running an imaging session. So in BioLens, images are organized in sessions where one session is like a certain period of time over which images were taken. So in the imaging tab, let's hit this little icon, this little timer icon on the left, where we can specify the imaging interval. This is how often an image gets taken. Let's set it to 3 seconds for testing. And on the right, we tap this clock, which lets us set how long the session will be. And that can be in terms of how many images are in the session, or how long in hours or minutes the session is. But let's just do 3 images, 3 seconds per image, and hit start. It's going to run, should take about 9 seconds. Now that's done, let's go to sessions, the sessions tab, and then go into our new session where we can see all the images that were imaged within that session. If you tap them, you can look at them more closely. You can also, if you see one that you like, say there's a nice moth in this image, you can hit share and send it to, if you hit the share button, you can send it to your email. You can send it to iNaturalist or other places. Export cropped is also useful for sharing images. If you just want to grab a certain portion of a moth out and just send that, you can do that using export cropped. But for now, there's an important step that we need to do, and that's adding metadata to this session. So, in order for other people to use the data from your session, it's important to be as detailed as you can about metadata. AutoMoth is going to automatically attach a lot of metadata, such as when the session started and ended, how often the images were taken, the device. But you're going to need to add in some other things yourself. Things like the latitude, which I'm going to put in. The longitude. For AutoMoth, we're imaging like a board or a sheet that's a certain length and width, so we're going to put that in. Mine is 55 centimeters square. There's no scale bar or color standard. This is our UV light model. And our white light model. You can also add in custom metadata. So maybe you have, for example, a series of sites that you want to keep track of. So let's add a field called site name. And let's call this stream 1. You can add any number of custom fields, and that'll all get stored in a CSV later on. So let's hit save values, and that'll attach all the metadata to this session. The most common way and the best way to share images and sort of save them and keep track of them is by uploading them to Google Drive. So if we we first need to log into our Google account in the settings tab. Make sure you're logged in there. Go back to our session, hit this little cloud icon, and let's upload all these. So this will upload the images and the associated metadata. It's going to take a second. You're going to want to do this under Wi-Fi. And it's all done. So now if you go into your Google Drive, there'll be a new folder called BioLens, and it'll contain all of the BioLens sessions that you've uploaded. So an easy way to share this data with collaborators is to give them a link to your BioLens folder, which contains all of your imaging sessions. And once one is uploaded, you can actually safely delete it. And the data will still be stored in the cloud, but no longer on your device. But do make sure that it's uploaded first before you do that. Now for AutoMoth, many setups are going to be deployed remotely, where they're going to be imaging automatically without your intervention. So to do that, we need to schedule sessions in advance rather than be there manually to start it every time. So to do that, we're going to go to this calendar icon on the top right. Let's set a reasonable AutoMoth interval. Let's do 5 minutes for 7 hours. We're imaging overnight. We're going to start that at 9 p.m. And let's do it tonight. We're going to bring out our AutoMoth and set it up tonight. Let's give it a name. And hit schedule. Let's say we're setting it up for 3 days, so let's add in a couple more. Great, so now that these are all scheduled, all these sessions will start automatically. If the phone is currently on, the app will activate and start imaging. And then all those images will get saved into new sessions that you can then upload later on when you bring the phone back to Wi-Fi. You can also, in settings, you can also do automatic upload. So if you're lucky enough to have a site that has Wi-Fi, you can have the phone just upload the images automatically as they're being taken, which is pretty convenient. So yeah, that's how to use the BioLens app for the purpose of AutoMoth. Thanks for checking it out, and if you're interested in the hardware side and want to build your own AutoMoth, do take a look at the other video in the series. Thank you.